Okay, today we have Hobgoblin, and I'll go out and say right now this was one of my least favorite playtesting experiences ever, and it's not entirely Hobgoblin's fault. So, fun little backstory. When it comes to characters who are supposed to special cancel from their heavy charge into their special, my phone doesn't really let me do it properly. So I have this issue where I charge my heavy and then I start mashing the special button and nothing happens. And it's only been on my new phone. When I had my iPad and my older phone that I used to play this game on, it was never an issue for me. And then when I upgraded last year to, it's not really an upgrade, it's an iPhone 13 now, which is still like 4 models old, but it was an upgrade for me at the time. I've never been able to place the characters the same again, like Prof X, where you charge heavy and cancel into special. I just mash the special button and it doesn't work. So it works sometimes, but not consistently enough, so I have to find a way to make him work outside of that. And so we're going to play him. I'd say it's pretty optimally still, because you can still get around the whole charge heavy into special thing, because if you land the first hit of your heavy, you're still going to get the bonuses that you want. But yeah, it's a bit difficult, and so we're going to go ahead and start against this Weapon X here, and show how his kit wants to function. You basically want to start spamming a lot of light attacks. You want to do a lot of the same hits in a row, because then you're going to keep placing incinerates. And you want to make sure you use your third light attack to get a maniacal charge. Then you want to SP1 into an SP2, and depending on what attack you did before your special one, you're going to get a certain effect. I got the heal block there because I did a light attack instead. And then once I get to 2 bars of power, we're going to go ahead and heavy, and then just whiff the first hit, drop it special 2, because it's going to be unblockable if you have enough maniacal charges, and then the opponent is going to hopefully be dead. So let's pause that there and talk about what we just did. So to recap, we used a lot of light attacks, especially back-to-back, to get extra incinerates and maniacal charges on your third light attack. Then you want to get to close to 2 bars of power and then drop a special 1. If you do it with a light attack, you're going to get a heal block. If you do it with a medium attack, you're going to get a steadfast. And if you do it with a heavy attack or just charge, you're going to get an energy vulnerability. So it depends on what utility you want. Then you're going to build to 2 bars of power and drop the special 2 from the heavy attack. And if you had 16 maniacal charges, you're going to get all 3 of those effects I just talked about as utility pieces for your special 2. And it's going to be unblockable if you had 16 as well. So then you don't really need to worry about the whole dropping it when they're dashing it in part. So now we're going to go look at Dust, and Hobgoblin has this very dust-centered utility piece where if he glances, he is going to place an incinerate on the opponent, which is very good against us, because if you hit her block, she's going to place a sand on you, and then you're going to, of course, remove that sand if you can use the incinerate. So I'm going to go for my heavy attack here, and there I let go of my heavy attack at just the right time, and then press the special button at just the right time to make it work. That is really difficult to do, and I hate it, and I really don't like doing it that way, but I did get the energy vulnerability from it. And it's the only way I can really effectively do it, because I just can't do it from the actual charge. I have to let it go first, which is not as optimal, but it works technically. And then so here, I'm just going to go for my special 2 with the unblockable and everything. We do that, and then place those incinerates down. They tick relatively hard, but Dust is still alive, and yeah, that's going to be a pretty common theme, is the opponent is still alive, because yeah, we are punching into an Ascension rank, of course, but this guy's damage is not very good, and you're going to see that's going to be very apparent as we keep moving on. His target matchups are not very good, because for some reason this guy's kit is very bad at fighting mutants, as you're going to see. We're going to go fight Jean Grey next, and Hobgoblin has this utility piece where every maniacal charge he has reduces Delirium duration by 10% up to 90. Up to 90, meaning you can't go fully immune to it for some reason, even though we gave Delirium immunity to Ruby Thursday, who's just a better champion who released 3 months ago, but I guess we just don't want to spam Delirium immunity out enough, and we're just going to do that instead. So, yeah, we're going to go and crit her a lot, meaning we're going to get a bunch of exhaustions on us, reducing our damage, and also using inequity, so she's a lot tankier than she would be for a non-crit tech, which most techs are now. And we're just going to go for a heavy into the special 2. And then because of the fact that we have a bunch of inequity on us, she is still going to have a decent bit of health left at the end of the special 2. And of course the shield as well, because Jean's just a very tanky champion in general. But we do all that, and she's still got 32% health left. It's not the end of the world. We still have a decent bit of maniacal charges, which are going to be good for going for this next special 2 and doing a decent chunk of damage on it. So we charge the heavy into the lunatic laugh, which is another good way of doing it if you don't want to let them dash in. And then we do that fight in 72 seconds. It's okay. It's not horrible, but it could be a lot better for sure. Now we'll go fight Toad. This is another example of the heal block being good, and also Hobgoblin is poison immune, which is obviously very good as well. Because against Toad here, you can use the poison immunity to not have to worry about dashing in and out and stuff. And then he gets a bunch of regen, he gets a bunch of prowess and stuff. I don't care. I'm just going to drop my special 1 here. He's going to get the heal block. And then he drops his special 2, which is going to remove all his prowess anyway. I just don't want him to get to 10 prowess, because then he can stun me. He did parry me, because there's masteries on the beta now. And he just decided to parry me, I guess. I don't know. And then I have all my charges here. You get extra maniacal charges when you fail a regen with the heal block and stuff, which is very good, obviously. So you want to take him into matchups where you're failing regen, like Toad and Weapon X. You know, defenders you don't really see much anymore. And then you drop the special 2 and let the incinerates melt them, and then Toad's dead. So there's that. And 48 seconds, it's not that bad. It's not amazing either, but it could be fine for Toad. Now we're going to go fight Nico Minoru. We're going to fight 2 defenders outside the mutant class, because believe it or not, he sucks against most mutants, so we have to try to do something to fill the gameplay timer. And here I'm fighting Nico because, again, poison immune, so that's a decent benefit. If you're poison immune, you can pretty much always fight Nico, because she doesn't really have much threat if you can make it to where she doesn't drop a special 1 and you're poison immune. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go for my heavy into the special 1 here. And then we're going to place the energy vulnerability, which is nice. Going to give us a little bit more damage. It's not a very potent energy vulnerability, though. It's only like 250 potency, if I remember correctly. I'm actually going to go look at that real quick, because that's shockingly low, actually. 250, that's like barely 10% energy vulnerability. But we're going to go ahead and bait our heavy here, and then go for my special 2 after I trigger the lunatic laugh, so we make all the debuffs tick faster, which is what the lunatic laugh is for, in case you didn't know. That's why you want to get it. And then here I can go for a kill, because I'm just going to go ahead and hit her a bunch here, and then go for my relic into a heavy charge, into the lunatic laugh, into the heavy itself, and then the special 2. So that is going to finish her off in about a minute, which actually, I'm for serious, that really isn't terrible, fighting Nico with a non-science champion in a minute, because of the adrenaline mechanic, which is just regen you can't interact with and stuff. But last up, we're going to fight Zola. There's another utility piece we haven't talked about yet, and yes, he can sometimes heavy counter Zola. His heavy reach is actually really bad, but he doesn't have the issue where if Zola charges a heavy, he's just going to get hit by the last hit. He has the issue of, like, when you're able to try to counter it, sometimes it's just going to whiff, because your reach is not very good. But it mostly works. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Anyway, if you have 10 maniacal charges, you're going to get an instinct passive. Which, what an instinct passive does, it lets you parry non-contacts, which is good, except most tech champions, not most tech champions, that's overgeneralizing, but a lot of tech champions that you normally use can parry non-contacts no matter what, and his is tied to the maniacal charges, which sucks because you're going to lose a bunch of them on the special 2 as well, and then you have a bunch of time in the fight before you get those maniacal charges up that you're not able to parry the non-contacts and stuff. So, yeah, anyway, we're going to go for a heavy here. And then I'll drop my special 2 from a heavy charge. We get the energy vulnerability, the steadfast, the heal block, all that fun stuff. We go for a heavy here. And now I just need to finish off his 19% health left, which is going to turn out to be very difficult. And I'm going to eat a special 3 in this fight, because I thought I could kill him and I couldn't. But I'm just going to start spamming the lights, placing the incinerates down, and then we want to make them, of course, tick faster. And then I'm just going to go ahead and keep hitting him with those lights. Go for a heavy here, reduce his charges and stuff. And then here, I thought I could maybe kill him with the lunatic laugh into a special 1 with the incinerates ticking a lot faster. But I'm not, and he's going to be left at 2% health when he drops a special 3. He was heal blocked though, so we just take the damage from the special 3 and stuff. And this was the best attempt I could get at this fight. I tried this like for 20 minutes, and that's the best I could do, eating a special 3. Because, believe it or not, I don't think this champion's very good. And it's not because he can't fight Zola very well. Like, obviously, you can not fight Zola very well and still be a good champion. But, like, the defenders I've shown him against, especially in the mutant class, like, how much does any of this really matter, you know? And you fight Nico because you're poison immune, not because of anything else. You fight Zola because you can parry non-contacts, not because of anything else good he does. And, yeah, here's a 1.5 million health Weapon X. Show him a bit in a long fight rotation. He doesn't have a long fight rotation. You just kind of repeat the same thing. Get your maniacal charges, drop the special 2 when you have a lot of them and stuff like that. Use the heal block and get more charges and stuff, which is helpful. But, like, okay, let's go over him versus the mutant class, because this was shocking to me how bad he is at countering mutants as a tech that came out in 2026. Okay, so, you can't fight Britain because you are critting. You can't fight Domino because you don't have any extra ability accuracy. You can't fight Jean Grey because you're critting. Well, you can, obviously, but you're critting, so you're getting all that inequity on you, and you don't even reduce the Delirium potency to full. You can't fight Sinister because you're spamming debuffs the entire time. You can't fight Onslaught because he hates it when you place Incinerates on him. You can't fight Pixie because you have no evade counter. You can't fight Storm X because, again, you can't counter Glancing. Well, you can counter Glancing, actually. So, and Storm X isn't really a defender, so who really cares? But, like, all that, it's just... Like, come on, man. You can't fight Gentle because you have no way of dealing with the Unstoppable. It's just too much to work around. It's another one where you just can, but it's not really ideal compared to any other tech champ you'd try to use. And then your damage isn't even great. It's like... If you have to deal with inequity, you're not killing the defender in one rotation. Even Dust with no inequity, we couldn't kill her in one rotation. And what am I supposed to use him for? Like, the biggest comparison I was getting to this guy was Maker. And, like, in every way, shape, or form, Maker just felt better, except for Hobgoblin having an immunity. Because Maker's fully immune to any inverted controls effect. Hobgoblin is specifically looking at Delirium, and he can't even reduce it to where it doesn't exist. Maker uses plasma damage, whereas Hobgoblin uses incinerate damage. Maker has the whole evade into a stun, which is just going to make it to where you can basically parry unblockables, parry non-contacts, and all that stuff, and Hobgoblin has to get his instinct, get his steadfast up to be able to do that. Maker has a heal block that's almost always there from your heavy attack. Hobgoblin has to choose to use it from his light as his utility piece, rather than getting the steadfast, at least for the beginning of the fight. Maker can kill most fights in one rotation, Hobgoblin can't. Like, and this is Maker, who's a character who's already not considered very good. And I think Maker's great, but he's not a very popular character from last year. And, like, I just think this is a terrible champ. I just genuinely do. Like, and it's not even the fact that I can't play him to 100% optimally. I think even if I could, it wouldn't change much. And the rotations that I was doing are still ones you can do and just not really feel very different than just doing the Lunatic Laugh into a special cancel. That being said, go watch some other creators do it the correct way, and it's probably not going to be a huge difference than me if I had to guess. But, like, where do I see this guy being good? Not BGs, he doesn't take enough good defenders. War, potentially. He's a 31 dust counter merchant, I guess. There's that. I don't know what else to use him for in War. Long form, he has no long form damage cycle. Coliseum, he has terrible damage for Coliseum. Questing, sure, why not? Use him for questing. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be overly negative. I know some people don't like me being overly negative for champs, but this is the worst champ of the year. And I thought Phyla-Vel was terrible. I thought Pixie wasn't great. I thought a bunch of other champions from this year weren't very good once I pull up the list here. I thought M'Baku was going to be better than he turned out to be, and was definitely wrong on that, and I actually think M'Baku is still better than Hobgoblin, like, genuinely, which is kind of an insane take, but, like, it's a shame. It's a shame. I just don't know what his kit's trying to do in 2026 compared to, like, every other tech champion you probably already have ranked, and even his damage is just not worth going for. So, yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. That's Hobgoblin.